Yo, what is going on, everybody? Ryan Rich back for some more prediction videos for this week's UFC 265 card. So let's get right into it. First up, we got Manel Cape versus Ode Osborne. Cape came in a little overweight. I believe it was 4 pounds. I think Ode is going to get the decision here. I think he'll get the unanimous decision. Cape hasn't looked very good in his 2 fights so far in the UFC, and I think after this he'll probably get cut. But Ode Osborne looks like a nice prospect for this division. So moving on quickly from some of these undercard fights, Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Jessica Penne. Karolina's on a 4-fight losing streak. Jessica Penne won her return fight, and I gotta say, I think Jessica will probably send Karolina out of the UFC too. I think we could see back-to-back fights where the loser leaves the UFC, and in fact it could be 3 in a row if Ed Herman decides to retire some point soon. So that's going to be our segue into that. So I got Jessica Penne for that in case you weren't or in case you didn't catch it. Ed Herman versus Alonzo Minifield in the 205-pound division. Ed Herman's been doing this for a long time, but I just don't know if he has the chin, but it's more than just the chin, the overall body, like the wear and tear that's on him from so many years of fighting versus a powerhouse like Alonzo. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, I saw Slow Mike Rodriguez finish him pretty much with a body shot. We all know that was probably the robbery of last year, so I got Minifield taking him out via TKO or KO. Up next, we'll talk about Rafael Fiziev versus Bobby Green. Now, this one should be a great lightweight fight. Definitely 2 guys who are looking to crack into that top 15. I don't believe either of them are in there right now. I know Green isn't, coming off of that loss to Thiago Moises. He was right on track to make it, though, right before that, and that was a close decision loss. He was on I think it was a 3-fight win streak all in 2020, and his opponent, Rafael Fiziev, 9-1. He had that vicious KO of Renato Moicano. Jeez, I'm getting my names all mixed up. But yeah, Fiziev is nasty. He's got nasty body kicks. He's quick. He's really fast, and that might give Bobby Green a lot of problems, especially because Green likes to carry his hands low. If Fiziev goes high, it might be a bad night for Bobby Green. But I think his toughness might get him through it. I think we'll see. But you also never know Bobby Green. Bobby Green's another one of those guys who can come out there and give some high-level talent some tough fights. But I just don't see it happening against Fiziev. I think Fiziev gets it done via unanimous decision. Bobby Green also doesn't check a lot of leg kicks. Fiziev is a kicker. We will see how that one goes. But it should be a great fight to watch either way. Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny getting into this main card a little bit at 135. The bantamweight division just filled with so much talent. I don't believe either of these guys are ranked right now in the UFC rankings. And Song Yadong coming off of that loss to Kyler Phillips not too long ago, whereas Casey Kenny is coming off of a loss to Dom Cruz. So both guys trying to get a win here. And I gotta say, I think it will probably be Song getting it done with his boxing. I think he trains a lot with a lot of great wrestlers at how am I going to draw a name? Blank on the name now. Uriah Favors gym. Alpha Male. There you go. Thank God. I don't know why that happened. But regardless, so the training that he gets there, wrestling and drilling, and you got to watch out for those guillotines. You know, they all train them over there at Team Alpha Male. I just don't know what Casey Kenny's going to have to offer as far as that goes. I just believe Song trains with better wrestlers than Casey Kenny. Casey is scrappy. I think he'll be able to make this a bit of a dogfight, but I don't think he's got the power or the wrestling to compete with Song. And I think he gets it done. Yadong gets it done in this one. I probably think it'll be like a second round TKO. Up next, we got Tecia Torres versus Angela Hill in a rematch of a fight that happened a long time ago. Angela Hill, she's had an up and down 2020, 2021. even going back to 2019, she, if we're, okay, so her fight against Tisha Torres, if we're going back to how long ago that was, it was both women were undefeated. That was in 2015. My God, we've come a long way since then. But coming back to the last 2 years for Angela Hill, she was on a 3-fight win streak coming into her fight versus Claudia Gadelha, where she lost via split decision, where a lot of people, including myself, believe she won that fight. Same thing happened with Michelle Waterson. A lot of people believe she won that fight. She lost via split decision. And then she won a unanimous decision over Ashley Yoder in March of this year. So she has been just rising up. She's been in this for a while now, and I think Angela Hill is starting to come into her own. And I think she's going to get the knockout in this one against Tisha Torres. Tisha, in her last 2 wins, hasn't fought the toughest of competition. Before that, she was on a 4-fight losing streak. Lost to Jessica Andrade, Joanna Weili, and Marina Rodriguez. All tough opponents. But she just hasn't had a win over a real talented opponent like Angela Hill is, at least to that extent, in a long time. And I think Angela has just been on the rise. I really think Angela probably should be higher ranked. She probably should have beat Michelle and Claudia, so we'll see how it goes. I think Tisha won't be able to test Angela's wrestling the way Claudia was able to, and that was not that long ago. So we're going to see how this one goes. I think Angela Hill is going to bust her up with some elbows, probably win via decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the stoppage, maybe via cuts. Now moving on to Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa, a possible #1 contenders fight in this welterweight division. We never know what's going on with Leon Edwards. Colby Covington is up next in November. And I got Michael Chiesa winning this one. My God. I think his wrestling is just going to get it done. I think we saw a lot of what I feel like this matchup is going to end up being not too long ago, just last pay-per-view, in fact, with Gilbert Burns and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I think this will be a very similar type of fight. I think Chiesa is going to utilize a lot of heavy top pressure to just neutralize Vicente's black belt and his striking, obviously. If he's on his back, he's not hitting Chiesa with hard power shots that can knock him out. And I think Luque will probably land a couple nice shots. He'll have his moments, but I think Chiesa will be able to tough it out and get those takedowns. All he needs is 1 per round, and I think he will be able to suffocate Vicente. I don't think he'll provide him the space or go for too many submissions. Maybe just some ground and pound that keeps it where he wants it to be. So, moving on from that to our co-main event, Pedro Munoz versus Jose Aldo. This one is going to be a great co-main event, even without Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena, it is a shame that we lost that fight, but this will be a great co-main event. I think Pedro Munoz is going to take out Jose Aldo. I mean, Peter Yan is a better striker than Pedro, I think, overall, but Pedro also has that kind of power that Yan possesses, and we're not too far removed from that fight. Aldo's taking a lot of damage, and I think this could be the one. I hope not, honestly. I hope Aldo comes out and looks great, lands some great leg kicks, and really takes it to Pedro and shows everybody that he's still that same fighter. But I think Aldo, he probably won't throw as many leg kicks. He just hasn't over the years. It's damaged, and he's moved on from really that great move that won him so many fights, and I just think Pedro will be able to utilize the leg kicks. He will hurt Aldo, who obviously already has the damaged legs and can't throw them himself as much, and I think that will just open up the striking for a finish, or open up the striking high for a finish and slow Aldo down significantly, and who knows if his chin is going to be able to continuously hold up at 135. Now moving on to our main event, the heavyweight clash for the interim title. Derrick Lewis trying to win it in his hometown and get that fight with Francis Ngannou. Cyril Gane trying to stay undefeated. This one, I mean, like everybody's saying, there's not much new I can offer you to this fight. I'm just going to tell you exactly why I think Derrick Lewis is going to land that bomb and get that upset Vegas, upset, I don't know, is it the world? I think a lot of people think that Derrick Lewis has a good chance, but clearly Vegas has him as a big underdog, and I can see why. Cyril is great at not letting people touch him, but all it takes is one. And Derrick just seems to have that kind of timing. He's not overly patient almost ever. I can only remember really one fight, which was obviously the Ngannou fight, where he said he had some back issues, where he was overly patient, and even then he won that fight. Derrick Lewis, I think he will not be too patient. Rosenstruik was a little too patient sometimes. He wasn't willing to get in there. I think Derrick Lewis is going to have the cardio for all 5 rounds to make this a dogfight and get that KO. So stay tuned for UFC 265 tonight. And I hope you go and watch our other channel, because we will have reactions. That is Ryan M.E.N.T. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on almost everything today. I don't know what's going on. But thank you everybody so much for watching these predictions. I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned and subscribe for more. Peace out.